Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. Please don't forget to subscribe to support this small project. This project is mainly one-man band, so I appreciate your support, your subscription. Apologies for the delay. I received a few messages waiting for my video to go live, and that those messages made me very happy. Means providing a good service that people are listening and are watching. We are working on a new initiative with other people, so I don't want to spoil anything, but to watch out the space. Something else is gonna happen. There is not much to report. It's the middle of the day. The only Italian newspaper, all Italian journalists are talking about of the big game the Inter did at the beginning of this week. And as an Italian, I need to be proud of an Italian team that was able to play in such a way and reach the final. And I know there is a rivalry between Inter Milan and Juventus, but we should be proud about Inter and what they accomplished. News from La Continassa. You know, La Continassa is very difficult for journalists to go and watch the training session in La Continassa. We can get information only through their social or through our back channel friendship of someone who works there. And a few news. First of all, Vlahović. He still cannot make it. Yesterday he tried with the team, but he still feels some pain. So we are not sure if we'll be able to go to Rome with the team. We are hoping they will join the team in Rome and maybe be fit to play 30 minutes, but this is to be seen, will be decided tomorrow. We will decide by Turin and the medical staff by tomorrow. Bremer is still out. The inflammation to the Achilles tendon is still very strong. He tried to run a little bit, but it's still too early. So we don't think he can make it. We hope that we will make for next week. Gatti, we had a big hope about Gatti, but Gatti is still out as well. As for Vlahović, he tried with the team, but still cannot make it. We don't have a final answer, but we are hoping that again will sit on the bench in Rome, and Cambiasso, that was injured with Bologna. We think his season ended last week. There are speculation about the team selling Cambiasso, so they want him to recover from injury and be 100% fit when he will be sold to the new team. For this reason, we think Tudor is changing the team again. Will use the same scheme, same way of playing that he did use in Bologna. But this time there are on the right hand side we'll see Conceição gaining more chance versus Weah, so the both of them will be fighting for one jersey on the right hand side. And as a midfield, Douglas Luiz most likely will play alongside Locatelli and Thuram, and on the left hand side, Jolly McKennie should complete the five in the midfield. So I will update you as soon as I have any news from my source in Turin, but most likely this will be the midfield. Regarding the renewal, there are some movement from a contract, from a player contract and extensions. Milik, as you know, has extended. A lot of you guys were not happy with the decision. This is just a financial decision for Juventus, and the player, there was talking about a resignation to resign the contract between the players and Milik, but the two parties didn't find an agreement, but they found an agreement to spread the current salary, the yearly salary of Milik, in 2 years. And this one allowed us two things: get Milik back on playing, be able to loan him for a season, and maybe find someone that's willing to purchase or at least take him and pay part of his wage. And Gatti is extending. Gatti extension almost done. His contract expired in 2028, but there was an agreement between Gatti's team and Giuntoli that if he had shown that he is present he would have had a big presence in on the pitch, outside the pitch, and his salary would have been renegotiated and his contract would be extended. And Gatti did that. He's the only one that has the grit and the fire in the belly. He was Juve's captain at the beginning with Motta until he had this discussion with Motta that caused him to sitting on the bench for for a few matches. Plus, there were some speculation and some interest from English team and Napoli. So Juventus decided to keep this player that is a very good player. And with Bremer coming back next season, our defense should be one of the strongest one. And McKennie is extending his contract. McKennie is an interesting case. There were a lot. McKennie is always on the list of people, the player that will be sold, but every manager is happy to have with him. From a personal point of view, he's a guy that doesn't create any problem. He is always happy, works hard, and from a tactical point of view, is a jolly, so he can cover different roles. So really, every single manager is happy to have someone like him in the team. One last thing is Giuntoli is managing this extension, which means that most likely Giuntoli will stay another year with Juventus. So they finish the 3 years contract with Giuntoli, and next year, so 2026, Juventus management will decide who's going to be the next manager. I was listening, I was watching a few videos from journalists in Italy, and there is this tendency to believe that the next manager will be Antonio Conte. Apparently Antonio Conte has tried to go back to Juve since the year of Sarri. He wanted to be selected instead of Pirlo, instead of Sarri. He tried to be selected instead of Allegri. So there is a willingness of Conte to come back to Juventus, and the ball is on De Laurentiis' corner. At the moment, Conte is focused on winning the championship. After that, he'll sit down with De Laurentiis. We'll see what both of them they agreed. If De Laurentiis will agree to let him go, or he will enforce his contract, so Antonio Conte needs to prepare the next season. So that's pretty much from our side. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and see you next video. Ciao, 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 ciao.